Okay, good morning, afternoon, evening, guys, whatever time of the day it is, wherever you are in the world. And this is Jeff Music Man, outside the Baker's house from Resident Evil 7. And as you can see, it's a nice stormy night. And so I thought I'd share a little story with you. One dark and stormy night, a guy was driving home in the rain when all of a sudden he saw a girl standing by the side of her car. She was soaked through, she was wearing a t-shirt and jeans, and he just thought, why is no one stopping to help her? So he pulled over and he went over to the girl and he said, like, are you okay? And she said, yeah, I just need to get home. He said, well, where do you live? So she told him, and it wasn't very far from where he was actually going. So he said, well, if you want, I'll give you a lift home. So she said, oh, thank you, that'd be really, really nice. So she's got in the car and he's driven her home and they're chatting away. He thought it was strange why she was only wearing a t-shirt, because it was, it was October, so it was kind of weird that she was wearing, a t-shirt. But he didn't say anything, he just carried on driving, and they're talking away, and he's asking her name and everything else, just the usual chit-chat. And then they get to her house. So they pull up to her house, and she's dripping wet, she's got, rain dripping from her hair and everything, and she's soaked through. And he said, look, take my jacket, he said, and I'll come round and pick it up tomorrow so you don't get wet. So she said, okay, thank you. So she took his jacket and she got out of the car. She went, thanks once again. She went, see you tomorrow. He said, that's okay. He said, you're welcome. So she's run back with the jacket over her head, run to the front door of the house and turned around and gave him a wave. And he waved back and he drove home. The next day he woke up and he thought, I'll go and get my jacket from the girl. So he went round to the house and he's knocked on the door, and an older guy has opened the door, and he asked if she was there. Let's just say her name was, I don't know, Jane. He said, is Jane there? And he said no. He said, she's not. He said, well, I dropped her off home last night. He said, and I gave her my jacket. He said, so she didn't get wet. He said, and I was just like coming to pick it up. So the guy sort of looked at him, all confused, and he sort of said to him, what are you talking about? He said, so the guy said, I dropped her home yesterday. I dropped Jane home yesterday. So the guy said, is this a joke? Some kind of joke? And he said, no, why? Why would I be joking? And the guy said, look, he said, Jane was my daughter. He said, and she died last year. He said, in a car crash. So the guy sort of looked and said, no. He said, it's impossible. He said, I picked her up. He said, on the A road. He said, last night. He said she was in a t-shirt and jeans, and the guy said, look, he said, she was wearing a t-shirt and jeans. He said it was in the summer, he said, of last year. He said, but I can assure you that she is dead. So the guy now is getting really confused. What the hell is going on here? He said, So the father said, look, if you don't believe me, he said, just go to such and such cemetery. He told him where the cemetery was, where she was buried. He said, and you can go and see for yourself. So the guy then just shut the door, and the other guy was just sitting there feeling really confused, and so he got in his car and he drove over to this cemetery, and he thought, well, what's going on here? What's happening? So he went into the cemetery. The father also told him her full name. It was something like Jane Rothery or something like that. So he's looking around and all of a sudden he sort of stops, and there is a gravestone with her name on it, and next to the gravestone is the guy's jacket. So yeah, that one is kind of a creepy one, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like that, I might call it something like Stories on a Stormy Night or something like that. If you like it, I might start making a series of it and just tell you all different stories each time. So let me know in the comments below, and in the meantime, have a great day, guys.